Micro finally bottoming? Are they finally getting out of the doghouse after bad news article after bad news article and massive amounts of negative sentiment and a massive amount of short float and shorts piling into this stock? Are we about to finally have a short squeeze or a move back to the upside? We're going to talk about it in this video. The 3 reasons we're going to talk about: divergence on the weekly chart, as I'm about to show you. It's almost a high 5 setup, my personal trading strategy. And we are about to break out of the symmetrical triangle. Let's get into it. So first up on our high 5 trading strategy, we have a symmetrical triangle, any sort of chart pattern. Second, we have a volume gap fill, which, as you can see, if we were to break down, the measured move is down to less than $12 a share. Or if we break upward out of the symmetrical pattern, triangle pattern, the move of over $69 a share. And a volume profile gap fill up to $93 a share, almost over 93%. So the second of our high 5 trading strategy is a volume profile gap, which we actually have one towards the upside and one towards the downside. Next up on our high 5 trading strategy, we have the MACD, which, like I said, it's not a high 5 trading strategy yet. We have not crossed blue over orange and upward for a bullish trajectory. And obviously crossing the 0 line is the most bullish of the MACD. Next, we do have a upward trend on the RSI. We do have an upward trend on the stochastic, which is your trend. And we do have an upward trend on the Williams R. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It meets 4 of the 5. So it's setting up, and I'm trying to put it on everybody's radar, it is setting up for a potential high 5 trading strategy setup. Now, I said it's bottoming out, and we have divergence. Along with what we were just talking about on the high 5 setup, we have a bottoming out on the RSI. We are at a volume shelf. We have an uptrend, higher lows and a crossing purple over yellow on the RSI. We have a bottoming out, an upward trend crossing red over yellow on the stochastic, your trend. And finally, on the Williams R, we have a divergence upward, higher low. Now, what was the price doing during this time? It's kind of going sideways during this time. And we have a higher low, and we are higher. Let me draw for you guys. We are higher than our last peak when we were up here at the top where we started the symmetrical triangle at about $64 and some change. We are now higher on the Williams R than that. But yet we are lower on stock price. Meaning you have your pattern, you take your pattern, you look at the chart, and you say, what are the probabilities? The probabilities are we could explode upward and fill these gaps, or we can explode downward and fill these gaps to the downside. But what are the other indicators of the high 5 trading strategies telling us? They're telling us that even though we are going sideways or downtrending, we are curling on the MACD. We are making higher lows on the RSI. We are curling on the we are curling on the stochastic. And the Williams R is telling us that where it is now is higher than where it was when we had this nice gap up. And I think this was a short squeeze here. So probabilities equals possibilities. We take all the probabilities and what the chart and the indicators are telling us, especially me personally with my high 5 setup strategy, and we determine what is the risk that we want to give, what is the risk we want to take for X trade. Now, I'm going to wait a little bit longer, but I'm watching this like a hawk. I believe if we get up to about 49.50, if we get up to about, I think we'll get up to 50, we will break out of this symmetrical triangle. We will have a pullback to retest this volume shelf and the symmetrical triangle, or we will bounce off 50 and have a small pullback, but maybe not a full retest. And I believe that might be enough to get blue over orange and flip us through and have our last fifth indicator of the high fives setup. At that time, I will start a position, I will spread out some options, and I'll sit back and collect the gains. And maybe you can too, since if you watch this and you prepare for this name to go. I will say, if you want to play this name, you have to understand two things. One, it is a super volatile name. They have earnings coming up on Tuesday. And two, if this thing explodes to the upside, do not chase it. There is a high probability that it could explode to the upside, and you might get in it late if you're not watching it like a hawk, or it might get away from you way faster than you're able to get into it. Do not chase. The reason why is because if it ran away from you, it's because it was a short squeeze. And if it was a short squeeze, I'm telling you, it's going to fly up and then it's going to come back crashing to earth, and you're going to be left with holding the bag. You're going to get in it high, and then you're going to have it hold the bag all the way down here, or you're going to sell out for a loss, or maybe you hold on for the rebound back up eventually. But yeah, those are my two warnings to you. This is the setup that I'm very intrigued and interested in, and I'm just waiting for my last trading strategy indicator to get there, which is the MACD. That's kind of what I'm looking at. That's why I believe that SMCI is finally bottoming. Bonus is that you have AI getting that upward trend again across all the companies, and you're not seeing a slowdown in any of these companies. Sorry. You're not seeing a slowdown in any of these companies. They're all climbing higher. AI is not going anywhere. It's only going to get stronger. And Supermicro Computer plays a very pivotal role in a niche market for NVIDIA chips in the building of the systems that they provide to these companies. So that's my thought process on it. Let me know what you think. Are they going to get back on track, or are they going to plummet down to under $12 a share? Man, if that were to happen, oh my God, like what a crazy run up. And that's like 2020, 2021 run ups and crashes below where they were. So that'd be insane. It could happen. This company has had a lot of negative news, but it's been warranted negative news. I mean, they're not meeting guidelines set forth by the stock exchanges, and like in earnings and earnings reporting, and yeah, it's very, very messy. So be careful with this name. Just want to put on your guys' radar. You can play to the downside or the upside. I'm telling you, I actually probably wouldn't play to the downside. Even though there's a massive opportunity, there's so many shorts in this name. You get a little bit of buying, people short, they cover their shorts, and you got to squeeze, and then you're down a lot. So thanks for making it at the end of the video if you did. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all you guys who are following me and that are watching my videos. And yeah, I just really appreciate it. We're just getting started here. I hope to teach everybody as much as I can and make some profitable traders out of everybody. So again, I appreciate it. Let me know in the comments what you think, any other stocks you want to see. And yeah, hope you have a great rest of your weekend.